No.
Look at me, hey, I'm inside. Island sounds, island wide, heavy on Hawaiian style. Gather round, come hear the sound, coming at you from all around. Heavy on Hawaiian style. Heavy, I'm heavy on Hawaiian style. I'm heavy on Hawaiian style. I'm heavy on Hawaiian style. Heavy, I'm heavy on Hawaiian style. I'm living on the Valley Isle. I'm heavy on Hawaiian style.
Oh, okay. Boy, I got to tell you, I've said this before. I'll say it again. If you are the type that slows down to watch car accidents, guess what? You're going to enjoy what's going on here. I just clicked this new one. If I am not mistaken, we are live on TikTok for the first time. Also, we will be testing a restream, which for those of you who joined the tech session yesterday, we're going to see if that works also. But before we do that, for those of you who may just be joining us, welcome to the Daily Pidgin. That's right, live. And what we do here is we talk about all things Hawaii. We play Hawaii news clips, purposely avoiding the if it bleeds, it leads mentality. We do, if there's time, some Hawaii music videos featuring places in Hawaii that we put together here specifically for the show, okay? And what? You meant to say testing stream alive. I don't know what I said. Thank you, Nani. And by the way, you'll hear me talking to Nani also. And what that will be is her sending me messages on what we call the bat phone here. So when I'm referring to Nani, no, it is not the Wizard of Oz. And on speaking of Hawaii news clips, let's take a look at what we have here today. Okay, let's put this on and make sure that all my alerts are happening so that it does in fact show up on the stream. Hold on. Yeah, let's put all these on here so, we can see what's going on. There we go. No, it's not going to show. Let me see. Talking points. Boom. There we go. Okay, we're going to take a look at the Molokai Hoi results. Okay, that's the canoe race from Molokai to Oahu, and we have results on that. They're rebuilding Lahaina. Right. Now, they've been building the houses that burnt down. Remember when that happened? Well, now they're talking about Lahaina proper. So we're going to see what plans they have. And Skyline will complete its second segment in about a week. Okay, we have a sneak peek at that. And on Maui, back to Maui, they have some cable concerns. And what I mean by that, there are some cables that fell off the pole and laying on the ground, and they're so paranoid about, those things starting fires. So we have a news item on that, okay? Also, at the top of the hour, we're going to be talking to Kitty Pine, a comic here from Hawaii that works all over the country, was just at the Blue Note. I did a guest set, and we'll be talking to her a little after we see what works and what doesn't. I know. And again, that'll be Kitty Pine at the top of the hour. Okay, and Cisco, Julia, how's that Triumph motorcycle? Working good, Cisco. Okay, but I tell you what, let's go to the big board and see some of the people who have shown up here in the live chat on the Daily Pigeon. We're going to rip through this because we have a lot of people going here. Who, what, get poi. There's Cisco again. Nani Aloha, our lead moderationizer and also an associate producer. E.T. Guerrero, how's it? Panel writes things. Felicia, our front row. Heidi, Hadi, Namaste Zen, how's it? Michael Anthony Smith, hi from the hospital. I got a feeling we'll be hearing more about that. And the Triumph is running well, rode it today, went and got my license renewed. And because of it, I have stage 4 helmet hair because I just got back. Barely made it. I know. There's Devin, another moderator saying, Aloha gang, how you? Right? And there's Shakalaka. We have 3 moderators. I'm feeling good and safe. And Devin says, welcome here. We practice Aloha. Stay away from anything political, cynical, or medical. Thanks, Saf, for reminding us. Charles K., how you, brother? Looking good. Aloha no. And Cisco says, living both in San Jose and Kingman, Arizona. Get choke Hawaiians live in San Jose and Kingman. Well, I may need your info, Cisco, because we have a little tour planned. Hopefully in about May of next year. Love to come to both your places. Medium 7 Up, Aloha no, and Spaghetti Turtle, how are you? Great to have you back. C Honda, aloha, aloha Cisco. Oh, there you go. I think that's some kind of what do they call that? I forget. If you're wondering why, it says pink waving hand. She sent him something, but it doesn't show up there like that. Sam Bittner, how you? Aloha no. Johnny Rocks Hollywood. Johnny and Kitty Pine were interns on my talk show back in 2007 and 2008. Great to have you here. I'll be interviewing Kitty Pine here coming up at the hour. Okay, let's see who else we got. And yeah, there we go. Saying hi to Johnny, saying hi to Charles K. Everybody does the half face. How's it? No comment. Mahalo for being here once again. Gary Brown. K, that's all right. K means they're hanging out and not doing it. And look, and there's Kitty. Hi, Kitty. We'll see you about 4 o'clock. Kitty Pine, comic extraordinaire. Woo! And we certainly were. You guys had good fun, man. That was great. Okay, so now what we're going to do is see if I can do what we call stream alive, and it allows me to put polls on the screen. And I know it's been a rough one, but let me see if I can get this working here. Okay, hold on. First thing I got to do is go here, and then where? No, I have to go. Oh, no, I got to do this. Go here. I know. I'm first time I'm trying this, guys. Again, yesterday when we did the let's see, wait a minute, hold on. Home stream live, then I go here. So you know what I'm doing, guys. I'm gonna bring this up. So then I go here and then I say channels. Okay, and we are on there, and then from here hit this. I think that's how we do it. No, I gotta double click this first, then go here. And when it loads like this and doesn't load, I have to refresh. I know. I'll get better at this, but this clunky part here will, okay. Then once I refresh it, go back here, connect. Ooh, getting close. Okay, my presentations. News item questions, apply. There we go. Okay. So now what this does, but first of all, you know what? Let's try something here. Okay, see this map? Okay, what this does is if you type where you're from in the chat, a little dot should show up on this map here. Okay, I'll go to North America here to see what's happening. Right. So let's try that, you guys. If you're somewhere in North America, okay, here, look, Shakalaka says Williamsburg, Virginia, and boop, there she is. See how that pops up right there? Boom, and in Williamsburg, Shakalaka, 61.9, and then someone is here in Hawaii. Let's see who that is. Oh, E.T. Guerrero, 85.3. Oops, let's get back to the continent and see what's going on there. Oh, some people on the East Coast. How cool is that? Oh, look at all the people popping up all over the place. It's working. Can you believe this? So cool. Yeah, Eric. Oh, hey, aloha from Maui, David. So David here, he's on X too. Very cool, because on the next one, we're going to ask who is on what on what platform. So we'll do that. Just moved to Farmouth, Massachusetts. Ooh, man, don't know where that is. Whee, yes, Michael, look, there we go. And there's Mad Statter in Burien, and that's up there on the Pacific Northwest. Pensacola, Florida. Oop, you have not propagated yet, Ellen, but I'm sure you will at some point. All the people from all over. Aloha, Charles K. That's from Darlene S. Wait, this chat is moving quick like a swift. Ooh, Sam Bittner. Nani Aloha saying hi to you. There we go. Okay, ooh, nice. Spaghetti Turtle. We're practically neighbors. Look at that. I know. How's it tracking via IP addresses, routing, hopping? I don't know. It's voodoo. I'm sure. What it is let's not go there. Cisco, it's just something I literally just got working today. So let me play with it working more than trying to figure out how it works. Okay? We'll do that. Okay? And there you go. So look, we got people from all over the country. Now we'll go back here, right? And tell me what platform you're on, okay? If you're on YouTube, just type in A and hit enter. I'm just posting A. I know. There we go. And let's see who's on what platform, because notice I have TikTok here. Ooh, look at this. Wait, Shakalaka is on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Okay, now you can see the percentages of who is on what platform. Let me make this a little smaller so we can see all the, there we go. Like that. What platform are you tuning in from? There we go, 23%. I have it on percentages. I used to have it on how many people. But you notice, where's my X platform person? Somebody, type E if you were on X. There we go, and by the way, at the end of the show, there's a little spinning wheel, and the people who have posted the most end up on this little wheel thing, and maybe we'll figure out what we can give away. There we go. Michael is on Twitch, and that's an E. Michael, Twitch is C. You're on Twitch, and you typed E. I know. E is for the X, if you happen to be on X. And I noticed nobody's on TikTok. If anybody's on TikTok, maybe you can go there and see if I'm live on that. I'm trying too many new things at once, you know. And Spaghetti Turtle says, my first dream, we tried one of these and it didn't work at all. Glad it's working now. My first dream? Don't know what that means. Stream. I was thinking, wow, that's one heck of a dream. Hey, how's it, Keone? We're geeking out, trying to figure out where people are from, you know. In fact, if this is one we did a little earlier. Look how many people are are outside here. Type Keone, type Thailand in there, and let's see if it pops up. I don't even. Where is Thailand? Let's see, Philippines. This is going to be interesting. Now I feel guilty for missing class that day. Yeah, Malaysia, and, Singapore. Anyway, see what we're doing here? These are all the people that are watching the show, and most of them are here in the United States. We have one up in Alaska. Doop. What's something popped up there? I'm looking. Don't see it. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's Keone right there. Keone Nunes, Thailand, where it's 82.8 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. And Kitty Pine says Las Vegas, Nevada, coming in there. Who didn't pop up? Yes, it did. Right here, see? Can you see it now? Eric Siu, trying LinkedIn for the first time. Yeah, Eric, LinkedIn, the quality is the best, okay? Okay, so looks like all of this is working. Let's go back to here. How many people? 54% on YouTube, 14 on Facebook, 27% of the people are on Twitch, and they're just Michael Anthony Smith, but I think that was a mistake. I saw somebody here was on X. Yeah, I guess it takes a while. Yeah, I guess it takes a while. Wouldn't it be wonderful if it was instant? But it does take a while to, I say, propagate, and no comment says populate. So he's probably right. Ooh, neat, yes. Kaka'ako, Hawaii. Right there, that's speaking of no comment. And let's go here. Okay. I think we got this working. In fact, we'll see a little more of this after we do our first news item, okay? And this item, like I said, it is about the Molokai Hoi results, okay? So let me hit that button and see if we can watch that news item. And then we have some questions using our new Stream Alive platform.
French Polynesia won big today in this year's Molokai Hoi World Championship. Team OPT came in first, a few minutes ahead of 13-time champions Shelva'a. Maui's Wailea Canoe Club was the first to cross the finish line for Hawaii at 5th overall. Nikki Schenfeld has highlights from today's race.
It was a beautiful morning here at Haleolono.
Hey, no comment says, how did the Koa canoe do? I think in the women's they made it won second place. There you go. Okay, and back to the item.
More than 100 crews, more than double the number from last year, are beginning their 41-mile journey all the way over to Oahu.
Dozens of Molokai residents set up shop at Haleolono and waited for the sun to rise as crews arrived on Sunday morning. This year, there were twice as many teams overall and twice as many junior teams, Maui teams, and crews from French Polynesia.
See you,
This
Michael.
was the first year 15-year-olds could compete
Feel better.
in the Molokai Hoi.
This is their first crossing in Molokai Hoi.
Their team ranged from 15 to 19 years old.
It allows us as the older, I want to say, mentors. They can learn from us, then they can take that with them when they're 19 and just keep the cycle keeps going, yeah.
It was the first time Molokai had a junior.
Can you imagine being 16 and saying, well, the younger people, they can learn from us, you know, we can be the mentors. I love it.
Team in the race, and the oldest paddler on Sunday was 78 years old. There were 4 koa canoes this year, 3 from Oahu like last year, and a new one from Hana Maui.
It was a canoe that was built by Fafa. He's from Tahiti in, I think, 2000. They went up into the mountains of Kalepa. It's on the south side of Hana. And they brought down 2 logs for 2 canoes. One was for Hana and one was for Kihei Canoe Club. And Tetane was built in Hana, and it's been a long time vision for it to be paddled across the Kaiwi Channel.
The Tahitian teams placed 1st through 4th before the first Hawaii team. Wailea Canoe Club, who came in 2nd last year, crossed the finish line just under the 5-hour mark.
We did good last year, but this one feels even more special because of how competitive it was from start to finish.
Keaukaha and the Tahitian team EDT were neck and neck nearly the entire race. And at the very end, EDT was flipped by a wave, giving Keaukaha the lead and 6th place overall. Also this year, there were teams from Australia, New Zealand, Washington, Hong Kong, and California. Nikki Schoenfeld, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
There you go. Okay, now we're going to try use the Stream Alive again. And here's the question, okay? What do you do for exercise? Now, A, B, C, D, and E. Walking, running, staying busy, which means working on the car, cleaning the house, or just basically yard work maybe, or surfing the internet, or napping. Which is yours? Let's see how many we have there. Ooh, look at that. 50% of the people who have responded so far are running. Good for you guys. Mean. Ooh. I used to paddle for Kamehameha Club of Hilo and Pu'o, Hawaii of San Jose. Switched to Hawaiian paddle to Tahitian paddle with the T handle. Yeah, a lot of people like that. Ooh, and Kitty Pine, you don't type walking. You have to type an A to, oh, there you go. Yeah, she got it lately. There you go. A. Okay. So, yeah, walking and gardening. Oh, there, so staying busy. Wait, I have these set up so that you can only respond to one category. We'll see how that works, okay? I respect runners. Couldn't do that. Yeah, me and my knees agree with you, Spaghetti Turtle. Thank you. Why no surfing? Well, because not too many of the people here surf, but I thought about it, but I only have so many spaces, and I wanted to have a joke in there too. Yep. But hey, Namaste Zen. Are you a surfer? Then if you're a surfer, choose staying busy, and we'll see how that works for everybody. Okay? Yeah. And then GB is napping. That's how. That's what GB does for for exercise. I'm answering C, which means chasing and dancing with the keiki. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because Medium 7-Up works with children, so believe me, that keeps him busy. I was just at a family function. My mother-in-law turned 100 years old, so this weekend we had the whole family came in, and there were kids galore, and I could see all the new dads running behind their kids getting their exercise, and I went, man, I remember when that was me. 34 years ago. My son is 36 now. Yeah, I know. Ooh, surfers in the water now. There you go. David. Which one? Did you pick one, David? There's my my viewer on X, but we're is anyone, again, if anyone's on, subscribe to TikTok, try go there and see if you can find my channel, and if I am in fact live. I will go there after this and see, I love to do the yard work. You like yard work? Oh, come to my house. My wife is like that. She goes, forget housework. I'd rather do yard work. I'm good at yard work. I just, I don't know. I do it more out of guilt, and maybe that's the Filipino blood in me, I used to do this joke in my act, where I said, I don't like to do yard work, but I do it because if you don't, other Filipinos in the neighborhood come to your house and howl on your fence. What does that mean? Whoo, cutting and splitting wood. Oh, Stephen, no way. Oh, you are out there, Mr. Rural. Hey, you changed your avatar. What happened to Yokohama? Let's see what that looks like on the big board so that maybe we can get a better idea of your macho guitar playing self there. Hold on. There, look at that. Oh, yeah, looking good. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Okay. Cisco says, aloha, everybody. Going to relax and practice playing my ukulele or guitar. Well, maybe you and Steve Danielson can jam. How's that? Okay. So there's the, let's look at the results of our Stream Alive walking. Most people are walking. 24% of the people are napping. Big 24%. Hot second. Running, 12% of our people do that. Staying busy, 16%. And surfing the internet, 4%. And who's that? Just, oh, no, I can't click on there. Okay. Pannell writes things, surfing the internet. Real writer. There you go. I also like feeding my goldfish and kois. Wow. Mean. And wait, hold on. David Fisher on X. Yeah, I was just talking to David Nunny, saying, welcome, thanks, you, the only person watching on X. Oh, well, I take that back. Other people have watched, but David is one of the few who have commented. So mahalo, David. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Okay, and let's see what we got. And Darlene S says, I like gardening and growing and yard work. Yeah, we have that wonderful drop of you in front with your roses, I think it is. Love to see what I can grow and love pretty flowers too. Yep, I know. Also feeding, oh, there, we did that one. I do a few exercises every morning as soon as I get up. Yep, then that way I don't forget. Yeah, my get up exercises take my meds. Yeah, okay, fill the cup up. I only take two. One for a thyroid and one for stage timer is on screen. Stage timer is on screen. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, there it is. That's good. Well, then we can see you. I'll put it off a little more on the side then, honey. She's feeling self-conscious. I don't know. Okay, what time is it? It's 3:57. So you know what? I'm going to send Kitty Pine a link, okay? And then we'll bring her in at the top of the hour. Hold on. Let me do this. Copy link. Go to here. Okay, all this stuff. And then there. And then boom. Let's see. Bip. Do that. And then send. Okay, we'll have that going in pretty soon here. There you go. Okay, so you know, Kitty Pine is a comic from Hawaii, and was an intern on the talk show I had with Johnny Rocks Hollywood. Okay, yeah, and then went off to do, her own show. Now, I called David, Kitty, the artist formerly known as David, and a good friend. I've known Kitty now for almost 20 years, and in fact did a guest set at her show because she did a guest set at my show. But to give you an idea who we're talking about, let me play a little clip. And this is Kitty Pine at the Blue Note. Okay? Here.
Somebody asked me, what letter in the community are you? Yeah, and I was like, good question. Because when I was living as a male, I dated males. So that gave me the G. But I also dated women, so that gave me the B. Then I became a woman, and I earned the T. But I still like women, and that gave me the L. And Q, yeah, I'm questioning. I'm questioning how the hell did I get all the letters in the community?
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Kitty Pine. Yay!
Aloha. Hi, Andy. Thanks for having me.
How's it, Kitty? How you doing? Are you coming in from Las Vegas?
I am. I'm here in Las Vegas at a very good friend's home. Her name is Jody. I think you might know her.
Yeah, I think we can. Let's see. Go to a wide shot. Maybe we can bring Jody in. There she is, petting the dog. Jody Kono, also from Maui, there in the background. Hi, Jody. Another good friend of mine. This is the house I stay at when I'm in Las Vegas, Jody. But now, Kitty and Jody are housemates. Yay! How's that working out?
It's working out perfectly so far, I think, right?
Yes, absolutely.
See,
Oh, I wonder why this.
I got all the letters.
Yeah, just as long as ASAP when it comes to rent. So tell me, Kitty, are you heading out, heading in? I know you're always on the road.
yeah, well, I just got back from a month long of travels. I mean, you were part of that when I went to Oahu, and then right after that, San Francisco, Tahoe, and I just got back from Colorado Springs, where I did the Colorado Springs Comedy Festival.
Yeah, and here's Keone Nunes saying, "Hey, Kitty, come Thailand, get plenty comedy here." Do you know?
I bet there's plenty of comedy in Thailand.
Yeah, have
I
you
would
been
blend
there?
in too. No,
I'm
I've
sorry?
never been to Thailand.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, and
I love Thailand.
people are always asking, saying, "Kitty, from Hawaii, right? Where did you grow up over here?"
Eva. I went to, I graduated from Damien Memorial, but I lived in Eva for most of my life.
From Ever Beach, yeah. You were just back, weren't you?
Yeah. Like last month, September 12th, I was in Blue Note. You was there.
Yeah. You still have family here, right? Are they all still living in Eva?
Yes, my parents, both parents still living there. They're retired now, so they're just living their best lives.
Yeah. Was it? I'll say interesting for them to see you make the transition from David to Kitty.
It was a work in progress. You see, prior to that, my sister had dropped the bomb on them that she was dating women, so that was a bigger shock to them, right? And then, so she took the hit for me. In fact, like, and interesting story, because like when my sister got into it with my dad, they hadn't spoken for a couple of years, and my dad looked at me and he was like, "I don't have a daughter anymore," and I'm like, yeah, you do. So.
Yeah, just today. By the way, I'll bore people with this short anecdote. I went to renew my driver's license today. You know, and you know the part where they say, well, male, female. I mean, you know, that's got to be a challenge for you, is it?
No, I mean, not for me. I know what I have. I know what
Yeah.
I am, and I just like, cool. That's it. Boom.
That and that's just exactly how you are in your act, right? This is me, and that's all there is to it, right?
Yeah, like I don't really care for the labels because we put when people put you in a box, you're supposed to do all these behaviors that represent that box. I'm like, no, why can't I just do what I like over there and do what I like over there and just do what the hell I like, you know? So that's what I do.
And you know the thing, when you did the guest set at the beach house there in Las Vegas, you know,
Yeah.
with Augie and I, right? You
Yeah, yeah.
were
In the dark.
funny, bruh. I think people go up there. Do you go through that first thing of like people going, "What the heck? What's go?" And then you just use that to your advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because every single time I get up on stage, I can see the looks. They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? I have a eggplant. And that just gets everything out of the way.
Kitty. You know, one of the things that got me, and I'm just preparing for the people who should go see your show because really it is very funny. Do you do extreme, not extreme, but do you temper the act for the audience? Because I know that community that you're in, you know, their tolerance is very high. And I'm guessing when you get corporate gigs, that tolerance drops a little. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I don't really do corporate gigs. I've done colleges, and even that's a struggle for me.
It's
Yeah.
trouble?
Have you struggle?
Struggle, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I struggle with college gigs. Because I'm 41 years old. I don't know
Yeah.
what I can talk uh, to these kids. And this one college gig I had, there was 50 seats lined up perfectly in a ballroom, which is a difference from having to perform in a cafeteria where nobody knows you're performing.
Yeah.
But in this showroom that they set up for me, it was during the time of finals. And so nobody showed up, and we ended up going to the Starbucks, sat in a circle, and I was telling jokes for the staff. Like it was Bible study, and that was fun.
That's funny. You know, maybe this is just a comedic observation, but, you know, I ask you, you know, is it a struggle for some audiences? And you say, yeah, college because of my age. Yeah. What is your ideal audience?
I mean, I don't know if this is my ideal audience, but I've noticed that every single time I perform in Hawaii, where I do the most amount of attendance, my demographic tends to be women, both straight and lesbian, in their 40s and up to 60s.
But you know what? When I saw you at the Blue Note, your audience, there were for that group, but primarily looked like. I mean, is this, you know, a weird thing to say?
Yeah.
A regular audience.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I have those, but I've noticed in Hawaii, there's more of the lesbian community, which I was like, wow, that's awesome. I love you too.
And that opening bit about I earned the L. I love how you said I earned the L. Yeah. What?
Oh, that was the T. I earned the T.
Oh, T,
Yeah.
T. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. You said I am L. I earned the T. Sorry about that. But being dyslexic, you got to give me that one. So, what's coming up? Wave the magic wand. Where's Kitty Pine?
Coming up, I'll be doing a taping in Laughlin, Nevada, for a television show called Behind the Comedian. I was on it on season 2, episode 1, but this time I'll be interviewing other comedians for that entire season. So
Whoa.
that's really exciting.
Oh man! And they'll shoot it right there in Las Vegas.
In Laughlin,
Oh,
Nevada.
Laughlin. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to drive there or something.
Laughlin's not too far, is it?
No, I don't think so, but I hate driving.
Oh, do you?
But yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
too far.
A lot of motorcycle. The reason I know Laughlin is because of my motorcycle background. A lot of motorcycle activities happen in Laughlin, and bikers like it when things are a little bit further out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, any plans to come back to Hawaii soon?
I don't think I'll be back anytime soon. Perhaps next year, the year after, because I'm gonna scrap everything you saw this past September.
You mean?
And I'm gonna come with a brand new show.
Whoa! Oh man!
Yeah.
Ambitious.
So I might need I might need 2 years.
You might need 2 years. Okay, comic to comic, what is your writing process? Do you sit down, pencil and paper or iPad or whatever it is, and write, or do you come up with things, go to open mics, and let things evolve?
Earlier, the process I would go through was the one you just described, going to open mics, come up with stuff, and watch it evolve. But recently, I've been for some reason, I started working on a project, I guess which turned into a book. And as I'm writing these stories of things that have happened in my life, I was like, oh my gosh, these are funny. This is my act. So when I'm done with the book, I'll have a brand new act.
Wow. Well, you know what? I had Ben Cayetano on the show, and when just after he'd been governor, and he had written a book, and he told me everyone should write a book about their life. It's the most eye-opening thing you'll ever do. Did you find yourself doing that?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I was like, why don't I talk about this? So I'm gonna.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to that. Again, what's the next place we can see you at? The next gig you got coming up?
This Wednesday night, this Wednesday I'll be at Noipit's Bar and Grill, which is in Las Vegas. It's my Wednesday show every Wednesday at 7:30. And this Friday I'll be at Notoriety.
There you go.
Downtown Comedy Lounge.
Well, thanks for being here, Kitty, and updating us on what you're doing. Thanks, Jody, for letting us shoot your house there. And excuse me, Kitty.
Thank you, Andy. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. And I should say,
Aloha.
Kitty's house too. Yes, there you go. Oh, and look, the dog. That's not Cooper. There you go. Okay. Aloha. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guy. Bye.
Andy.
Aloha.
Okay, man. Doot. There we go. Kitty Pine, I know. Ooh, aloha. Hey, Kevin Frazier, you look there. Hey, I'm late to class. Yeah, I got a feeling that's not the first time, Kevin. We're doing some interesting stuff, Kevin, some geeky stuff, and we just brought in, a Zoom call, testing that out to see how we can interview people. So let's do another... Hold on, when I gotta go here and say here, and what we did, we talked about the Molokai Hoi race. Now we're gonna do a news item about rebuilding Lahaina. Now they were rebuilding the houses, but now it's time to work on Lahaina, the town. Let's watch.
All new tonight, a breakthrough on Front Street. Our Daryl Huff tells us how Maui County is clearing the way to start rebuilding Lahaina's iconic shoreline. For 2 years, Maui County has been focused on rebuilding residential neighborhoods. Front Street owners accepted that, but now it's their turn, and they and county leaders want to bring back both the buildings and the magic of Lahaina Town.
This is Front Street. This is what the building looks like.
Veteran architect Glenn Mason has several clients whose buildings along the core block of Front Street were destroyed. He put in the first rebuilding permit application for what was called the gallery building, but it's been kicked back by county planners for months over whether Front Street would have to be widened to the new county standard 60 feet.
Front Street worked. Front Street was amazing, but it was relatively narrow. And that's one of the reasons why the road widening has been such a big deal. But there's a certain intimacy to that. And so there was a lot of interaction between pedestrians and the storefronts, which I think really helped.
The magic of Lahaina is that it evolved over many, many decades, and the contributions of the many generations that built out stores and theaters and all different uses along Front Street, Aaron
Wade and John Smith have been leading Maui's recovery and planning efforts and say it was a huge challenge to recreate old Lahaina under modern codes.
Where we are right now in the process is people want their town back, but people can't get their town back if we just follow the exact rules we have on the book.
Just last week, the county announced Front Street will not be widened. Big news to the business owners.
I think the county's finally getting a grip on this. I wish it hadn't taken this long.
At a community open house last week, the county revealed design standards that recreate the small-scale buildings, narrow roads, and shaded sidewalks, all exceptions from current codes, but a roadmap for Hawaii's most famous roadway.
I guess, super satisfying to realize that what the businesses want, pretty much we can get there, and we can still be resilient, and we can still be safe.
The architect says the owners are ready.
There's a lot of feeling about Lahaina, and it's not necessarily just about money. It's about bringing the town back.
One thing all agreed did not work in Lahaina was traffic, but a comprehensive parking and traffic flow plan is still in the works so owners can focus on their buildings. Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.
Ooh, what do you think about rebuilding Lahaina? Huh? So let's go to the stream alive, and I created this little deal here. Let's see if this works one more time. Okay, Lahaina rebuild style. What do you think? Should they go old style with narrow roads, old style with wide roads, modern style with wide roads, mall style with a walking priority? A lot of people said just make it a big mall or a promenade with no roads. In other words, just design it so that all people can do there is walk, okay? So type A, B, C, D, or E in the chat, and let's see if it works. Ooh, there's Darlene says old style with narrow roads, and now we have a wide road vote. Namaste Zen says A, spaghetti. Turtle A, F, mid-century Scandinavian. You know, I was going to do mid-century Scandinavian, and I just didn't have the room. No comment. Thank you so much for including that. I know. And NoCal Awesome Sauce. You would, NoCal Awesome Sauce, so you would type E, okay? Because there, and look at that. Didn't have to tell him, and boom, there he was with his E. Lupine Mohawk. Make it a promenade. People, by the way, say they should do that to Waikiki. Now, you know, there's a lot of traffic vehicular traffic that needs to deliver things, but they could do that in the back. I don't know. You've seen when they've closed the roads in Waikiki. It's actually cooler, and people love it. I know. And C Honda is saying hi to Aloha Lupine. And Keone is a fan of old style with the narrow roads. You know, I think that's where I'm at with that too. You know, I kind of like that. But then again, for those of us who grew up with it like that, we don't want to see it change too much. But, you know, it would be impossible to go back to that exact thing again, right? And Kenny Roberts, who lives on Maui, is about old style with wide roads, spoken like a true biker. Because, you know, when 90 of us come through there on our hogs, in any case, they should have good parking areas, right? Now is the time, right? They're having a little reboot so they can, you know, really take a new look at it, right? But so far, old style with narrow roads and old style with wide roads are neck in neck. Oop, wait a minute. Old style with narrow roads just jumped ahead. I know. And Darlene S. says it will take in consideration the old style for what the people and businesses want and make it more walking too. Yeah, I know. I think that's what they should do, right? Yeah. And Devin says, aloha, Eric S. How's it? There we go. Okay. What? Oh, man, the chat is going crazy. A horse and buggy. You know what? I don't know if you ever saw this, Stephen, but in downtown Honolulu, a lot of the buildings have these big rings set up on the sides of the stores and such. And everybody goes, what's those rings for? They were originally there to tie up horses. And there, if you go through downtown Honolulu today, you'll see those rings on certain of the old buildings. How cool is that? I know. Whoo, exactamo. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. Those places were largely plotted before motor vehicles. Exactly. And not only that, they kind of pieced the growth together, sort of like Honolulu. They didn't plan out the whole city. One part grew, then another part grew, then another, and they kind of made it work. Now they got a chance to reboot Lahaina and make it exceptionally cool. I think so. There we go. Okay, so it looks like old style with narrow roads wins with 40%. In other words, make them back how was. That's how, brown cow. Okay, right on. There we go. Lahaina will send this into their planning department and say the Hamajang gang has spoken. Here's how we like you do them, okay? So do them like that, all right? And now we're going to take a look at a little drop and then a music video. You know what? There's this delay here because...
Okay, you're here with Lona Music, Island of Molokai, and I'm here with Dolly. And if you need a ride after you had too much to drink, the kind, you give us a call, we get you home, okay? Me and Dolly. The other day I was at Keone Car Wash. Got my car done, so we're all good. And hey, what that auntie doing? Okay, so if you need a ride, give us on call. The Molokai Uber Dolly, okay? And also, we're only doing downhill now. Yeah, because a couple days ago, I was trying to get Auntie uphill and I lost control of Dolly and Auntie ended up all the way in the stream. So I saved the Dolly, but they caught Auntie before she went into the ocean. So give us a call. You're here, Molokai Dolly, Uber Dolly. And you're listening to the Daily Pidgin with Andy Bumatai. Okay? Uyo.
You are correct, Eric S. Those are the townhouses behind Roosevelt High School, which I guess would be Makiki, right? Just like Namaste Zen said. Yep. If you pass, Roosevelt High School, it's on the right. Then you take a right. Right behind there is where I went to shoot that. So, and also, Nani Aloha was wondering where this is, and that video was the one that inspired Medium Seven Up to do his Hamajang Gang medley that we play here every once in a while. So that was the inspiration. And that's why, Darlene S., it sounds like what the one Medium 7 Up did. There we go. And talk about narrow roads. It definitely is that. Whew. And Devin is answering Kevin Frazier, who was talking about Arby's. Yeah, wins 1,000 internets. What? They are the best. I forgot about them. Yep. Andy. Yes, I remember. That's you. You're the one that told me that, right, Miles? That's what we just watched was the inspiration. Okay. So, let's do another. By the way, these delays, right? I'm doing things a little bit different because of all this other stuff. That's why you're seeing that big delay. The videos I have are on a drive now that I guess is taking a little longer to spin up or something. So we'll figure out what that is, right? So we talked about rebuilding Lahaina and the Molokai thing. Now let's take a look at Skyline. They say that the second segment will be finished in a couple weeks, okay? We're already at the bottom of the hour, but we may go a little long. You've been warned. Here we go. Skyline, Phase 2. See what I mean? There.
The second segment of Skyline Rail will open a week from today with what officials say will be more convenience and efficiency. Our Daryl Huff shows us how first-time long-distance commuters could get to work and home faster.
It only adds a little more than 5 miles and
I don't
4
know,
stations
Kevin.
to the Skyline Guideway, but city officials have high hopes for what the second segment will bring to the project.
For me, this is really the ultimate in providing quality of life opportunities, economically, time-wise. It's just going to lend a whole different dynamic.
As you leave the old end point at the stadium station,
Mahalo, namaste.
That is the main connector to Pearl Harbor is only a few minutes away. Then it's a slow-motion roller coaster ride over the freeway and into the airport stop, which the city urges potential travelers to check out in advance on the free ride weekend.
Check out that airport station. Figure out how it connects to the airlines that you use so that when you have a whole bunch of suitcases and kids in tow, you know exactly how to get to and from the station.
The segment will be available to fare-paying riders with Holo cards on Thursday the 16th and Friday the 17th. The free ride days are Saturday and Sunday the 18th and 19th. The hours from 4 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. are expanding to account for worker and airline flight schedules. They expect commuters will use the free weekend to decide if rail can now work for them.
This is a great opportunity for our residents to hop on Skyline and actually do some pre-navigation of the system.
We haven't talked much about this station, Ahua, at Lagoon Drive, but it could be a major hub for commuters because here the city says they'll be able to catch Zoom routes, bus routes that will take them quickly to the university and downtown, and that could be a game changer. The U line to UH and the A line to downtown will go through Mapunapuna to the freeway. Those in another limited stop route to Waikiki promise a ride from Kapolei to those key destinations in about an hour.
In an hour. Yeah, it's that certainty. That's what this is really good.
That is our hope. And you know, with these rapid buses, this A line, U line, and W line we're putting in, we really want to prioritize speed, efficiency, and frequency.
The mayor points out that even if that commute might not be shorter than average, it will be more predictable, especially going home at night.
Because anybody that's living out here on the west side has resigned themselves to the challenges of what H1 represents, and that is you never know how long it's going to take.
Instructions on combined rail and bus routes are already posted on the bus website. Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.
Ooh, there you go, Hawaii News Now. And by the way, we always like to mention, or maybe we should do it more often, for more information like Hawaii News Now, you can go to hawaiinewsnow.com if you want to check out what they're doing or any of the news organizations we feature here. We thank them for allowing us to kapu their content and, hope you'll support them, whether it be, .com or just going to their website. Okay, let's see. Stream Alive. Would you use Skyline? Okay, so here we go. A, yes, you would use it. Okay, and here, so let us know. Yes, no, sometimes, or never. You know, I have to admit, I would most likely be a never, because to me, this Skyline is designed for future generations, not us that are addicted to motorcycles. You know what I mean? I rarely, when I go someplace, I like to go on the motorcycle. It reminds me of someone says, well, what is it about motorcycles? And the guy goes, do you like to ski? Love to ski. Imagine being able to ski wherever you wanted to go. Motorcycles feel like that. It's, you know, way more fun than, you know, being, you know, in a car for me. Now, if I had a, you know, a 550 Porsche, maybe it would be different, but until then, the motorcycle is fine. Now, 38% who've responded so far said yes, they would in fact ride the Skyline. And 11% so far says, nah, I think I would pass. Yeah, I know. But sometimes, just shot ahead at 78% of respondents said they would sometimes ride. And you know what? Guess, you know, if it's going to end someplace you want to be, maybe you want to park in Eva, lock your car up, don't have any valuables in it, jump on the Skyline, kind of get a little, you know, scenic, you know, trip going, and then bam. That might be it. I don't know. Hey, Steve Danielson, back to his original avatar. I know. I agree, Keone. Hail to thee, OYNI. And what's this here? YouTube. What does it say? What does it say? Oh, medium 7-Up. He said, I used it once when I had time to waste and literally got off the bus, got on the rail, 2 stops off, and back on the bus. Ha ha. Well, that's what they're doing, right? They're really coordinating the bus with the rail, because the rail doesn't like go to the university. People say, hey, it should go to the university, you know. Or down, does this take it downtown? I think it takes it close, but they have buses that, anyway, it's a planning. Look at this here. What happened to 0% on yes? What happened? But I see people here have said it. Maybe so many people said sometimes that it blew it out of the water. That could be. Well, that's good. Sometimes I think they would be happy to hear that, you know? I think, anyway. So let's try to get the last news item going here, because, you know, we're already over time because of the Kitty interview, okay? So let's see what we have. What is that one? The last one is, Maui cable concerns, okay? And again, this is going to take a while to load. I'll figure out why and fix it by Friday. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, fire! No? Not going to load. If it doesn't go to Kahuku, no can ride. For some reason, it did.
The second segment of Skyline Rail will open.
There.
And multiple downed cables on Maui have many residents worried they could potentially spark a fire. The company that owns those lines promises there is no danger, but community members still want them fixed. Chelsea Davis has the story.
I wonder why.
Just take a look at this wiring, and I'm going to take some still shots and show you as well.
Maui resident Anthony Goodrich brought this to our attention last month. This is where Honopi'ilani Highway turns into South High Street in Wailuku. He travels this road to work and is worried the cables in the shrubs near a neighborhood and next to a busy highway is hazardous.
I just think that who's ever responsible for these wires should not have them hanging and on the ground. They belong above our head. I'm used to that. Isn't that the way they should be?
It's right behind us, yeah.
Angela Vessel says these cables right outside her backyard has been this way for years.
I made it a point for my husband to at least call. He called. They said that they were looking into it and took down his number and they'll do a follow-up, but they never. It's been 3 years and they haven't done a follow-up.
3
Telcom
years?
says these communication cables do not produce any electrical charge, so there's no risk of ignition. They also said they're asking the community for their patience as technicians on Maui and additional crews deploy from Oahu make this and other maintenance projects on Maui their top priority.
With them leaning, hitting a house or hitting us, you know, it definitely, all in general, it definitely should have a little bit more attention.
These cables were also brought to my attention. I'm on Pulehu Road near North and South Firebreak Road by the Central Maui landfill in Pu'unene. As you can see, they're on the ground.
Hawaiian Telecom said their primary focus is addressing immediate dangers to public safety. But repairs for these cable lines will begin Friday, and they're asking for the community's help in identifying these concerns by notifying them at hawaiiantel.com.
I think that it's a good thing that they responded to you. That shows ownership and responsibility, so we will give them that. Now let's see some action.
Chelsea Davis, Hawaii News Now.
Okay, we're over time, but hey, Hawaii Telecom says downed cables are no risk. Do you believe them? Yes, no, or C, I believe in them and the Tooth Fairy. So what do you think? And by the way, they're saying that there's no electricity that runs through there, just internet, no problem there. And someone was asking about, are they still planning to put these cables under the ground? Now that it's very expensive to have cables under the ground, because when you need to maintain them, you of course have to dig them up. So that's always the problem there. But I think they should be underground. And I don't know if you ever noticed this, but you ever go into really nice neighborhoods, you don't see cables running over, where you can see them. They're underground. For example, Mililani. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and Keone says there are many photos of crazy cables. They are all communication cables, but they are actually putting them underground, as well they should be. Yeah, I think so. And Chakalaka says, but they have coax or fiber. They aren't a fire risk. Yeah, so guess what? I think you can believe that they're no risk. They're just an eyesore. Exactly. And that's why Keone voted A. Yes, I believe them. Fiber lines usually don't carry current. No. How much current does it take to spark a fire is the concern many have, though. Rick, do you think so? And Pinnell believes them. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Love the sirens. 65% do not believe Hawaii Telecom, 21% do believe them, and 14% of the people believe in the Tooth Fairy, too. Wow. That's some serious slacking. Exactly. Slack. That's a slack line even I could handle because it's on the ground, More danger to pedestrians, not really fire. Yeah, I think so. But they're in places where people are zooming by in cars, so there's that. You know what I mean? No Cal Awesome Sauce says, no, I do not believe them. Yeah. Ring voltage you use to provide yourself with a hand crank. You used ring voltage you used. In the old, you crank it and then that's what made the phone ring. Yeah, I know. We should get back to that. People think that they should be treadmills in front of television shows so all the people who watch reality TV will lose weight. I remember reading that somewhere. Why are the cables there anyway? Because for the connectivity for internet, Kehaulani, primarily is what they're saying, right? And if they are no risk, why did he even bother putting them up in the air? That's a good question. Why did they, if they're no risk? I think it's so people don't go over there with a wire cutter and, ruin somebody's TikTok feed. I don't know. Hawaiian Telecom is probably old copper wire or fiber optics. Yeah, not much choice there. Okay, so by and large, people do not believe that believe Hawaiian Telecom when they say there is no risk. I think there really isn't any risk, but guess what? Perception many is in fact reality. Okay. Oh, now let's see if we do this. No, wait, how do I? Okay, here. Now, we're going to end the show, but first we like to do this here. And what this does, this here, right, when I click on this, these are all the people who have commented the most on the different polls there, right? So what we do now is we pick first, second, and third. There really aren't any prizes. I guess we could send them something, Nani. Let's try to figure that up for Friday. But we're going to spin it and see who the winner is having commented the most. And that is no comment. You are number one, no comment. Okay, in second place, let's spin again. Here we go. No comment, second place. What are the chances? If you win third, juice. Here we go. First and second. Oop. Kehaulani, third place. There you go. First, second, no comment. Third place, Kehaulani. There we go. I know. Look at that. Rigged. Ooh, juice. Congrats, no comment. There we go. Congrats, Casey. Ooh, no comment. Congrats, number two. Can you believe it? Mean these buggers. There we go. All right, gang. Thank you so much for watching. All our tools worked. I'll get better at it. And there we go. Ooh, I know. Look at that. All proud. Yeah, he's gonna leave with the crown. That's how it works. Okay. All right, gang. Again, thanks to everyone. Really appreciate. We will see you Friday, October 17th. If you can, by the way, please subscribe if you're new here. Would really appreciate that. And like the video. I have to get better at doing that because that they say that's how you grow. It seems kind of garut to me, but still, if can, hit the like button, subscribe if you are not already, and tell your friends. We'll be back Friday. Okay? Here we go. Let's hear it. I'll go and push the button. Do.